morning. I am so excited to talk to you guys today because I'm going to be sharing one of my biggest life hacks with you. And I know that I do this a lot, but this is one that has seriously been huge and has really changed not only the way I do things, but the way I look at things. And it's also something I have alluded to throughout several of the videos, but I feel like it deserves its very own Coffee with Dawni segment. It's the one I was going to do the other day when I felt like I needed to do the reading instead. So I just want to let you know I am getting back to you about the original subject. Yeah, how you guys like that you get to witness my coffee-gasm every morning? Inappropriate. Not for you guys. Don't pretend. Don't pretend you're easily offended. I know you too well. Okay, so we are going to talk about procrastination from a completely different paradigm. Over and over and over in meeting with one-on-one clients, procrastination is something that comes up as one of the main things that people are up against. One of the main things that people feel like that's keeping them stuck, that's blocking them, why they can't be more powerful, especially in their businesses, but also in getting their homes organized or whatever. And in my 30 Days to Get Your Shit Together course, I kept noticing the feedback from people doing that course has been that they have almost this default setting of procrastinating and putting it off. So it's out of the ordinary for them, or it's unusual to get this daily video, right? Like an accountability coach reminding them what to do, and almost like a struggle for people that are really used to procrastinating. So I have spent quite a bit of time looking into this and experimenting with different things. So who are my procrastinators? Okay. All right. So those of you who have raised their hand, I particularly want you to listen. But if you maybe you're not a procrastinator, but do you have a spouse or especially a child who is? Because everything I'm about to say works really, really, really well with kids and teens. All right? Really well. So this is the concept that when you procrastinate something, what you're doing is actually putting it off onto your future self. So first we have to understand that people those of you who are my Facebook friends, you saw me post about procrastination, right? What if procrastination is a deep form of, or what did I say? Something along the lines of, what if part of self-love is letting go of procrastination? And I knew it would happen, and sure enough it did. A bunch of people pushed back on that one, right? Because, man, we love our procrastination. And they went off onto what if it's what's good for me or whatever. I'm not talking about being self-honoring. I'm not talking about when your gut tells you, okay, don't do this yet. The timing is off. And so you don't do it. That's not the type of procrastination that I am speaking to right now. I'm speaking to, you know damn well that you've got stuff that you need to do. And instead of your present self being willing to take that on, you push it off onto your future self. Okay? So let's say that your car needs to be registered, or you have a package that really needs to be sent, or you have emails that you need to return. You've given your word to do something. You know, you're in school of some kind and you have an assignment that needs to be done. And that no matter what, it has to be done at some point. Either our present self gets to do that thing, or we push it off onto our future self. Okay, I want you to really think about this for a second. How many times have you guys experienced this? It's like, because I know this concept and I've been working with this concept for a couple of years, I'll be like, damn it, past self. Because my present self is my future self's past self, right? You get it? You get it? So I'll be doing the dishes first thing in the morning when I so don't want to because I didn't do them the night before. And I'm like, damn it, past self. Couldn't you have done the dishes? That would have been so loving to me. Or the opposite. Thank you, past self. Thank you, past self, for getting all of those Christmas presents ready for the party I'm going to tomorrow. Right? Whatever it is. Now, the reason this can be so powerful is because as children, we really get conditioned to do things for other people. Things we don't want to do, things we don't see value in. But our school teachers want us to do them. Our parents want us to do them, right? Our religious leaders want us to do them. And so we get a disconnect. We start procrastinating because we don't want to. And we feel like we're doing it for somebody else. But what if the things that we're actually doing for ourselves, for our own workability, to keep our word, to keep integrity, to make life smoother for ourselves, there's no need to procrastinate because either we're going to do them or we're going to do them. This is to benefit you. At this point, it becomes a really deep self-love because we're actually showing love to our own future selves by handling these things right now. So I'm going to give you kind of an extreme example that I am learning from the hard way right now. So my past self, freaking past Dawni, my past self chose to ignore, because I didn't want to deal with it, some swelling that was happening in my tooth. And I just thought, oh, it's fine. It's just a little bit of gum irritation. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Well, by the time I finally went to the dentist and found out that it's an old root canal that's failed and I need an extraction and an implant and the whole 9 yards, the first session that the oral surgeon had available is not for like another 3 weeks, and I'm in a ton of pain. So guess what? Because past Dawni didn't want to handle something, present Dawni and now future Dawni for the next couple of weeks has to handle it. And I'm not very happy about it. Okay? And I'm kind of like, hey, note to self, past Dawni, it's still you that has to deal with it. It's just the future you. So I want you to make this a little more personal and think about, what have you been putting off? What are some of the things that you have not been doing because you don't want to, for whatever reason? You're too tired, you have some confusion there, you don't want to deal with it, right? That's a big one for me. I don't want to deal with it right now. Can you do it right now? Can present you do this as a gift of love to your future self? Now, when I say this works with kids, I'm not joking around, right? If Trinity is, like, I don't want to clean my room right now, and I remind her, okay, Trinity, well, the choices are either present you cleans the room or future you cleans the room. So future you, and I would start out, especially with small children, just going a couple of hours into the future, right? Well, future you in 3 hours is going to be really happy if present you has cleaned the room, because then future you can play on the iPad, right? And you start to point out the benefits, and it's for them. Because it seems to me that kids are pretty uninspired doing things for us. About as uninspired as we are doing tasks for other people that we don't see the value in. So if they can start to get the value in it for them, even if it's just the value of their future self not having to worry about it. So start pointing out to your kids the peace of mind their future self could have, the break or the downtime or the fun thing that their future self can have, and stop making it about you as the parent. And show the child how it benefits them, right? To make wise choices. This is totally one of the things I talk about in Hot Cocoa with Dawni, my Hot Cocoa with Dawni course, because it's so effective. We don't want to have to constantly have external stimulation for the kids to choose wisely. But it's the same with us, you guys. Can you use foresight and see what needs to be done and how grateful that you will be if you get it done right now? So one of the ways that I use this life hack is the second I think of what needs to be done, if there's any way possible, I do it right that minute. So let's say, you guys know because you've seen me do this. I'll be in session with one of my clients and I'll say, hey, I'll send you that video. No. And I say, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. So I do it right that second. So it's not niggling in the back of my brain for the rest of the day, and there's a chance I'm going to forget. So if you have a thought of something you need to do, then you can, and there's any possible way to do it right that minute, then you can do it right that minute. And you can just send some love to your future self. There you go, future self. I got you. I got you. This is handled now. Or at the very least, write it down. Write it down. If you're like, oh crap, I need to do that thing, and you don't have any time right that second, at least write it down and put it into existence for your future self, even if it's your an hour from now future self. Does this all make sense? It is a way to get underneath procrastination because you really start to understand that you're doing it for you. Okay? This is the way I look at it. Self-love, there are many, many, many layers. And yes, we can love our present selves, and that's beautiful. And the next level, right, of love, we can love our past selves. We can be good mommies and daddies to our child selves and really hold them in space and heal that wound for them and give ourselves what we most need. And we can go even deeper and have the kind of self-love that includes our future selves. Think about that for a second. What kind of deep self-love is that? That we love our future selves enough to take the actions we need to take, to get the tasks done that we need to, that we clean and organize our houses and we go to the gym and we eat healthy and we do these things for us. Not because we should and not even because we have to, but because it's an act of love. And you know it's really deep when the thing that you're doing is loving to your past self, your present self, and your future self. I love you guys as past selves and present selves and future selves. I love you enough to do this show. Right? Okay, I hope you get it. Love to hear your feedback. May your coffee be strong and your life be blessed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And if you would be interested in working with me further, you can check out DawniAngel.com. I would love to come speak to your group, come to your business to do a training, be on your podcast, my personal favorite, or even work with you one-on-one.